right. Well,
Mhm.
talking about cybersecurity, because I actually had to cover security for like 2 years and hated it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's zero sum and it's mind boggling. But this particular story I did find interesting, mostly because it talks about the fact that one of the big shifts. So we reported a couple weeks ago about a decrease in ransomware payouts, but there's always this ongoing battle when you're talking about cyber criminals. And the shift here is that as that has happened, they have retargeted a little bit by going after what are being called, correct me if I'm wrong, third party attacks, right? Or targeting
Mhm.
third parties. And what this really means is that you are using somebody's software, you're a CIO, you acquire somebody's software, and it's not that you're being breached directly. It's that this third party that you're using is being breached somewhere upstream, and that creates a backdoor or an opening where you then now have a vulnerability and can be held hostage, or have a ransomware attack against you. And that's notoriously difficult because you actually don't have control in many cases over that to the necessary degree to actually thwart an attack. So it's particularly challenging. And of course, for if you're a cyber criminal, that means that I've got a bigger attack plane. I can now get much more value from my attack money, so to speak. So
Mhm.
it was a little bit interesting.
Yes, I agree with you that cybersecurity is not fun to cover. Uh, but that said, uh, this is pretty obvious that looking that there's an increased focus on vendors and cyber attack capabilities continue to scale up and get more nuanced and more complex year after year. So that's definitely something to look out for. I would even suggest going out to your key software vendors and asking what exists in your contracts to protect you against cybersecurity ransomware issues, as well as what kinds of BCDR your vendors have in place, because they are being targeted to a greater extent. It's not any sort of secret that there are also countries that are very involved in cybersecurity and ransomware attacks. Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. All are basically companies that are enemies to us at the United States, let's just say, and trying to get it in, or rivals in one shape, way or another, and trying to get into our systems. And without going into too much detail there, let's just say, we've all seen there are layoffs happening in the government. We are relaxing some of our policies towards some of these countries. Uh, but I don't think that's going to change the fact that they still want our money, and they are still going to attack our software companies to get that money. So uh, be careful, and perhaps put a little extra attention there this year.